Hey everybody, Marshall from Marshall's Miniatures here, and welcome to another eBay rescue. Today we have got these very... oh, he's came off the base. These ogres, and someone has kit bashed these, well, cut the weapons off in order to make them suitable for Blood Bowl. And as you can see, I'm just giving you a wee little showcase of each one. The paint is horrendous, but they are metal, so it shall be in the acetone stripper straight away. We'll just quickly snap them off the base so we can give the bases some TLC. Into the tub they go, followed by all of the acetone. We want to drown them. And now we sit and wait. So while those figures strip, we're just going to tickle these bases with a sanding pad. Just to get these umply bumply bits off and out of the way. Now it's time to prime the bases black. And now we're going to put some gloves on. They've been stewing for about 10 minutes. We're just going to start by scratching the paint off with a toothbrush. All of this paint, oh, I don't even think I can reuse this acetone anymore. Bro, look at all the paint. That's just skin paint. Right, I'm going to get some basing glue. We're just going to lather it all over the bases. I've probably put way too much on, but ayo. Then we're going to get some grass flock and just while it's in here, tip it all over it. This is going to be our like little flock tub. This is what we're going to use to cover stuff in flock or something like that. You know, like shake it around and good things like that. As you can see, that's the bases essentially done. We're still waiting for the figures to dry, so this is going to be a two-parter where I have to turn my phone off for a bit. Wait for them to not even dry. They're still stripping. Well, yes, I'll catch you all in like when they're done. Yeah, and as you can see, it took a day of stripping, but we have got the paint off and we've put a nice coat of primer. Some of it's a bit, but they are very old metal minis, so we can't complain. They do look a lot better now. Not one coat of paint. Right, for the skin, we're going to get some XV88 and I'm just going to water it. I've got water in my paintbrush. You're going to water it down ever so slightly, and then it is going to be our first coat on the miniature. You'll need a couple of these. Paint his tubby little belly up. Next, I mixed a dark brown wash with some water, and we're going to wash all of the skin. Right, and then we're going to get some XV88 and we're going to start by picking out the raised, well, not all the raised edges, it's just you're adding depth to the skin whilst keeping the shade in the recesses, so to speak. And then we've mixed some Kiesler Flesh with some XV88, and like we did before, we're just going to put this on the raised edges to build up some skin tone. So looking at some old art for metal ogres, it is white t-shirts and blue football bits. So we're going to do a white t-shirt, blue trousers, a bit like a Homer Simpson. So we're going to start with some deepkin flesh on the t-shirt. Let me just grab a bit more. I don't think all of them have t-shirts. I know one's got some nipple bits. But yes, just you're going to need a couple of coats. You're going to cover it. And we're just going to make sure it is opaque. So that might be 1 coat, 2 coat. 3 if you're unlucky, but we should be alright. You're going to avoid touching the skin. And what we're going to do is we're using deepkin flesh because it's more of an offish, white, creamy colour. Then we're going to follow it up with some Corax, bit of white scarlet. We might even wash it with apothecary first, but we'll see. Next, we're taking some Corax white. This is just going to be another layer of white to help define his t-shirt. Next we're going to start our blues on trousers, which is Cantor blue. Then what we're going to do is we're going to follow it up with a layer of Drakenhof Nightshade on the trousers. And then we'll be following that with some blues and some greys. I'm thinking Dark Reaper and Heref Blue. Well, we'll have to have a look. But yeah, we're just going to lather that on there. Next things next is the belt, the boots and the hair, which we're going to start with a coat of Ogres I've, and we're then going to follow that up with some Mournfang brown. I'm not going to go too in depth on the browns because obviously his skin's quite brownish and we don't want to hide all of it away. Just a nice coat of Ranox. Just make sure you cover it all. You can go over with some Gorfunter as a contrast if you need to. And now we're going to start by picking out the metallics. So we're going to use this guy as the first example. So obviously he's got a shoulder pad. We're going to do that with lead belcher. And then there's also this guy. We're going to ignore the big buckle. We're going to do these little ones with lead belcher as well. And finally, we're just going to get some Retributor armour for the gold bits at the front. So obviously the belt buckle, so to speak. See, he's got a nice big belt buckle there. And we're just going to chuck some Retributor armour on there. Just like so. And there you have it, eBay friends. We have restored these Blood Bowl ogres. I'd be lying if I said I enjoyed restoring them completely. I didn't enjoy the ones with the t-shirts. However, I didn't mind the ones with the skin, like no t-shirts. Obviously, we've done our best with them. There's not a lot else we can do really. Just give you a little twirl like a ballerina. I'll get the last one. Come over here, you. Also, we've done some nice little bases as well. But yeah, if you watched the video, then thank you very much. I wish each and every single one of you the best. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, comment, and see you later.